Hello there, YouTube. It's me, your boy, B3, back on another kicking graphic novel review. Today we're actually looking at an omnibus. It is the Immortal Hulk Omnibus, Volume 1. Yes, the Immortal Hulk is my favorite Hulk run, and I think pretty much anyone would agree it's one of the best Hulk runs. Let me give you a quick read-up of the back of the book here. Horror has a name. You'd never notice the man. He doesn't like to be noticed. He's quiet, calm, never complains. If someone were to walk up and shoot him in the head, all he'd do is die. Until night falls, and someone else gets up again. The man's name is Banner. The horror is the Immortal Hulk. And it collects Avengers 684 and the Immortal Hulk 1 through 15. Yeah, so this Omnibus edition actually has the Avengers issues where the Hulk comes back to life. Or it has one of them. That's actually going to be a complaint in a bit. But it seems to be bound pretty sturdy. Lots of omnibus books, omnibuses. They can have binding issues. This one doesn't seem to. And I'm not going to get super specific on the Immortal Hulk story because I already reviewed every volume of the normal Immortal Hulk trade releases. This version isn't for me. I actually picked up this beautiful book for my partner. He's a big horror guy. He really likes classic comic characters like the Hulk. And this book is so up his alley, but he refuses to try it, so I'm going to make him try it. By giving him an omnibus. I got it for like $35, which I think was a pretty good deal, especially with as good as this book is. And, you know, it's got No Surrender, Chapter 10 from Avengers, and then Immortal Hulk Chapters 1 through 15. Or, you know, issues, whatever. Who cares? But it's also got this kind of read up on the front, and it says you might want to read Civil War II and World War Hulk. I believe I have reviewed both of those books. And then the Avengers book, you know, talks about the Green Door and kind of gives recaps of Bruce Banner's individual deaths. And how he keeps coming back to life even though he really doesn't want to. He just wants to stay dead. He just wants to rest. He doesn't want to destroy. But oh well. Anyways, the Grandmaster and the Challenger are playing a game. You know the Grandmaster loves his games. That's kind of how he spins his immortality as an Elder of the Universe. And there's an Avengers team, and the Grandmaster's daughter is kind of infiltrating it, but she doesn't want to infiltrate it anymore. There's this thing in their vault that he has to get for them. And, you know, his rival brings the Hulk back to life, the Challenger. And, you know, the Avengers got to fight the Hulk. That's really it. It's Avengers fighting the Hulk. And this version of the Hulk is, oh, he's ready to go. He's not talking or anything. He's just smashing. And he takes out everyone that even gets, like, close to him. Just destroys them. Captain Glory, Mentacle, just absolutely ruins them. It's just tearing through Avengers. I haven't read this Avengers run, but it actually looks kind of neat. And there was a Red Hulk, a new Red Hulk, who can't really use his powers because it could make him have like a heart attack or something. So then he gets like this partial Iron Patriot armor and becomes the Iron Hulk, which is pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Marvel and DC both, but especially Marvel, are really obsessed with combining characters right now. Like in Spider-Verse and Venomverse, you have like Venomized or Spider characters of everybody, but then they also do it with just tons of other characters, like Ghost Rider versions of people and blah, blah, blah. That's really big right now. I feel like it's a big trend that people don't talk about a lot, but combining characters is a big thing. So Red Hulk and Iron Patriot armor. This is not Ross Red Hulk, by the way, but I will be reviewing that Jeff Loeb Hulk run very soon. I've actually been rereading it to prep for the reviews. And it kind of just cuts it off. You don't get to see the battle where the Hulk destroys him. I do know what happens. He actually sucks the radiation out of him, which unturns him into the Red Hulk, so he's not Red Hulk anymore. I think they could have thrown in one more issue of Avengers. I mean, they left us on a cliffhanger of the Hulk fighting Iron Hulk. And then they just throw you into Immortal Hulk. And I think that's because they want you to buy the Avengers book. But, you know, this is an omnibus. Come on, it's an omnibus. Give it to us. But, yeah, then we get into Immortal Hulk, which is pretty good. It starts off really dark, and it's going to be really dark the whole way through. This is not like an action-adventure book. This is a cosmic body horror book. It's a dark, freakish book. Not a Hulk book for kids at all. There's going to be gore. There's going to be... it's murder. Some heavy stuff in here. It starts off with, like, the death of a child. Like, the murder of a child is how this book begins. You know? And then we get this new version of the Hulk, the Immortal Hulk, which... you know what? I'm not gonna say anything. I was gonna say something about that specifically, but that does kind of spoil something that I don't believe is revealed in this specific omnibus. So I am gonna save that for Volume 2 if I ever get around to Volume 2 of the omnibus. Because once again, this is a gift for somebody. I'm just getting a video out of it before I give it to him. But yeah, the Immortal Hulk is cool. He's a Hulk with a reason, so he's not Savage Hulk. He's a different Hulk than Savage Hulk. And you'll see lots of different Bruce Banner personalities throughout this run. He's a very interesting Hulk. He can smell lies, which I think is something that comes before this. I don't think that's a new thing. I just think it's something that hasn't been touched on in a long time. He can, like, smell lies, and he's kind of cruel, and he only comes out at night. So Bruce Banner... is Bruce Banner during the day. He turns into the Hulk at night. It's kind of a compromise they have. It harkens back to the original Hulk that Stan Lee and them made. That Hulk, he just turned into the Hulk at night, kind of Wolfman style. That whole book was very Universal Monsters. And this book has a lot of references to classic monster media as well, Universal and otherwise. But this Hulk, you know, he only comes out at night. So if Bruce Banner, like, dies in the middle of the day, his corpse will just be a corpse until nighttime when he comes back to life. But this Hulk is cruel. He will, like, shatter every bone in someone's body. He will bury an immortal person under rubble, so they have to just exist under rubble for an eternity. And we get new characters. Lots of new characters. There's a fun little story with different points of view from people that watched a Hulk battle, which is very interesting. Once again, I'm not going to get too specific going forward because I did already get much more specific on this story in the other videos, and if you watch those, you probably don't want to hear me do that. But, you know, we get the return of Sasquatch, who's not really Sasquatch. We get the return of Brian Banner, Bruce's crazy dad. The Avengers have a pretty insane battle with Hulk that does not end well. Hulk kind of goes on a rampage in this facility of sorts. There's really a lot going on. We get a new Red Hulk. We get the best version of Absorbing Man we've ever gotten. He starts to kind of really figure out the potential of his powers. He's also kind of a good guy in this book, more or less. He's getting a redemption arc. He and Titania, which is really cool. I'm really loving their redemption with Gamma Flight and everything, which is like Alpha Flight, but instead of protecting Canada, they protect the world from gamma threats, like the Hulk. The Hulk goes to hell, which is a pretty insane part of this book, and a real thing that happens. There's a specific hell for gamma people, which is wild. And we see, like, Red Hulk and A-Bomb down there. Really wild. We get some stuff about General Ross's death and Betty Ross being alive. We get some stuff about Doc Samson. And it's a really magnificent story with really magnificent art. There's, of course, a cover gallery in the back. And once again, I don't want to get too into the specifics of that, but Al Ewing's Immortal Hulk run is itself immortal. It's a fantastic book that'll go down in history as one of the best horror comics of all time, and one of the best Hulk comics of all time, one of the best monster comics of all time. I could honestly keep going. It's truly an incredible piece of art. And I think there's one gigantic omnibus that has like all of it. That's like a fancy hardcover. That's like $130 something. Maybe it doesn't have all of it. I'm not super sure because I saw the price point and I didn't investigate any further. I was like, no, blah, blah, blah. 35 for the volume 1 omnibus will do. And I think they were releasing these omnibuses before even the regular trades were finished. Actually, I think that's how popular this book was. They were already pumping out the omnibuses before the regular trades were finished up. But it's a great book. I think it's 50 issues solid for the entire Immortal Hulk run. But if you love monster comics, horror comics, Hulk comics, Marvel comics, if you like any of that, the Immortal Hulk is the book for you. And I do recommend the omnibuses. I think they're pretty cost effective. And you just get a nice bound copy. Plus, it has that Avengers issue, which is not in Volume 1 of the Immortal Hulk. I'll have you know, because I have Volume 1 of the Immortal Hulk, and it's not in there. And it's worth it for that, too. Plus, it'll help you get caught up faster. So that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm mostly over my illness, but I do have a headache. Thank you all very much for your support once again, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.